The first person I want to talk about is my dear friend Adolfo, who passed away on Mother's Day this year. He was such an important person in my life. It made a great impact, even though we had very little time to get to know each other. I met him in June 2017, and he passed away on May 2018. During that small time, he had became one of my closest friends. Adolfo was the kind of person where he was the goofball. He always cracked joke. He was easygoing. He could get along with anybody, kid, people his own age, parents. All of our parents loved him. He was the light of our friend group. He knew exactly what to say, what to do. Like, if any one of us was feeling down, he would bring us back up again. The Monday, him and my friends had surprised me with a birthday dinner. When I spoke to my friends about what had been going on the days that I had been missing, they had told me on Thursday Adolfo was so excited that he took his work van, cleaned it out, and they would drive all over town to sing each of their moms' Mother's Day songs, and that he was so happy and so excited. Sunday was the first day of that week that we weren't gonna really hang out all day, because since it was Mother's Day, we wanted to hang out with our mothers. It was a shock to hear that he had passed away that Sunday from a motorcycle accident. I had sobbed uncontrollably, and I reacted such a bad way that I remember I never reacted that way when my dad passed away a couple years ago in 2016. And the only way I can explain it is because for my dad, I had at least a week and a half to prepare myself that my dad was no longer going to be here. But with Adolfo, there was no heads up. I remember that the day that he had passed, I had wrote this small letter to him. My friend, my dear brother, you have left us so soon. My heart is sad. I feel like I'm in a bad dream. I still cannot believe it. I will miss our jokes, our talks, that were full of laughter and much joy. How you would cheer us up with a simple joke. When I had a bad day, you knew exactly what to say or what to do to cheer me up. You were the light of our friend group. I know you are in heaven and there's a big party to welcome you home. I'm sure you're dancing or singing right about now. I'm blessed and I thank God every day that you've been a part of my life. Although we knew each other very little during this time, you have made a great impact on my life. You became my friend and my brother. Please say hi to my dad for me. Rest in peace, brother. To know that in 2 weeks, I was gonna lose another person that meant a lot to me. My great aunt, who's been like a grandmother to me. She had passed away from lung cancer. I asked my sister on her intake when she received the news of my great aunt's death.
I heard that she had cancer again, and then that it was already like there was nothing for them to do because she played a big role in our family, like growing up. She lived with us for a bit. She was close to dad. She was like a grandma, not like an aunt. That's why I really wanted to go and see her before she passed, and I also feel like she needed it and herself. Like I did it for me just as much as I did it for her.
How did you react when you heard the news that she had passed away?
I was upset. I knew that I had already been mentally preparing myself for it, but when I got the news, it's just I wasn't really expecting it so soon. I think it happened within a month or something after we had seen her. So I was really upset because I knew she was bad, but she didn't look bad when we saw her. She just was her normal self. But I mentally was preparing myself, but I just didn't mentally prepare myself to the extent of how quick it was gonna happen. With her death, it isn't as much as it was with Dad's, because with hers I had time to prepare. I knew she was sick. I knew it was coming. With Dad's, it was just out of nowhere. But at the funerals, I was at the same emotional level for both of the funerals. It's just that one I wasn't prepared for, and the other one I was preparing for, but I just didn't want to accept it.
Very saddening that I lost two important people in my life. The next month, my mom was in Mexico visiting family when she got the call that her uncle, my great uncle, had been diagnosed with lung cancer and that he had passed away. And so she had to extend her trip to attend the funeral. In this next clip, I asked her of her experience and how she felt learning of the news. My mom speaks very little English, so the following will be in Spanish. ¿Cómo te sentiste cuando enteraste que tío Sergio tenía una enfermedad terminal hasta el punto de que ya había fallecido?
Fue muy triste y muy lamentable el enterarnos de ese diagnóstico. Nadie esperaba ese triste final. y porque nunca quiso hacer caso de que todo el mundo le decía, de que dejara el cigarro, de que dejara el alcohol y de que se portara bien. Y nunca quiso hacer caso. Hasta el final él siempre dijo que fue su culpa porque nunca quiso entender. Y fue muy lamentable el triste final que él tuvo. Y es importante de hacer caso a lo que los demás dicen en el momento oportuno.
It was saddening to have to lose my uncle that way. The following month, I had received the news through text that my grandfather had passed away from a heart attack. It came in such a shock because I didn't even know that he was sick. In the following clip, I asked my youngest sister, who's a student at Texas State University in San Marcos, on her input of what she felt receiving the news about our grandfather passing away.
So when they told me that he had passed away, I was in the middle of the library. I was just about to start studying, and when he text, and I had to step out because I could not believe what they told me. And I still, because my relationship wasn't a very long. I had a love-hate relationship with him, so whenever I heard that he had passed away, I had mixed feelings. And then once he arrived at his funeral, I did not know how I was going to react.